This week's Bible reading set me thinking about leftovers. In a family that lives by the phrase waste not, want not, leftovers have become part of our staple diet. Those portions left over and frozen not only sustain us but elicit memories of meals shared together. Perhaps the ultimate leftover is what we have come to know as Lord's pie, that is, leftover roast dinner, contained not on a plate but in thick pastry, the roast potatoes and the parsnips and the stuffing and the gravy all mingling with the meat. It not only gets the taste buds going but conjures for us the comforting thought of Sabbath rest, of hospitality and fellowship gathered around the kitchen table. We can relive it through our Monday pie. Leftovers in the story of the feeding of the 5,000 families, by contrast, takes quite the opposite turn and is not about thriftiness but about generosity. And this in a situation when enough people to fill a football stadium were settling down to dinner. We've come across this sort of generosity before at the beginning of John's Gospel, the outpouring of gallons of quality wine at the wedding breakfast, a miracle and a sign, a theological glimpse in water and in wine. And these last couple of weeks, we have visited again the parables of the kingdom. Seed, baking, treasure, jewels and fish follow each other in a startling sequence of images of the kingdom of God and remind us that it is wise to value new and old together, since that which is new is almost always founded on previous innovation, and our ancient faith must be interpreted anew for each new generation. Here in the generosity of leftovers is a sign of the kingdom. Love in leftovers demonstrates that God supplies all our needs, gives us enough and then more, provides not just for survival but for abundant life. This characterises the kingdom of God, that when generosity abounds, the kingdom of God is close at hand. And I have found it easier to imagine the kingdom of God, to see the signs in these COVID days as small acts of generosity. Shopping, phone calls, postcards and letters, meal deliveries, the clapping solidarity and gratitude at the garden gate on Thursday evenings, the good-humoured queuing, although we've always been good at that, and now the wearing of masks for others' sake, seem all to suggest to me that the kingdom of God is near, that abundant life and love is possible even in these difficult times, that love in leftovers is something that we want to continue and take with us, something of what it means to be Christian and to follow Jesus.